Okay guys, the first thing that we are going to do for the recipe is mix our dry ingredients so that we can have them prepared. I have my flour, my cinnamon, ginger, baking soda, and salt. And we're just going to give this a little mix. Okay, we're going to set this aside. Okay, now on my stand mixer with the whisk attachment, I am going to add my egg whites. And we are going to beat them until I have stiff peaks in between. We are going to be adding some sugar. So I'm going to let this start and I'll be back to add the sugar. Now slowly we are going to add the sugar, but keep beating. Okay, we're going to check to see where we are with the peaks. Okay, and it still needs a little bit more. It takes it a little bit. It takes it a couple of minutes. Okay, sorry, I had y'all off camera. I poured my egg whites into a bowl. We're going to set this aside and we're going to use it in a little bit. With the mixer, same mixing bowl. You take your paddle attachment. I added my 3 egg yolks. And we're going to beat these until very light and creamy. It's going to take about 2 minutes. Okay, now that the eggs are very creamy, we are going to add in our sugar and our pumpkin puree. This is canned pumpkin. If you wanted to use fresh pumpkin that you make yourself, that's perfectly fine. Okay, now we're going to beat this until it's real nice and creamy again. Okay, we're going to stop it, scrape everything off, make sure everything is off the bottom. Okay, I'm going to transfer you over to the counter and we'll finish up this recipe. Okay, I transferred this over into a clear bowl so you can see what I'm doing. The first thing that we are going to do is we are going to fold in our egg whites into our pumpkin mixture. Start off with just a little bit and just fold it in. Okay, and just about when we have it all in there, make sure I get all these egg whites in here. We add in our flour mixture and just pour it all in, and we do the same thing. We fold everything in here. Okay, now we have everything in here just like that. Just make sure all the flour is incorporated. This is the baking sheet that I'm going to use. I did not have the appropriate sheet, but what I did is I used one of my regular cookie sheets that I use, and I made it into a 15 by 10 size, okay? And all I did was roll up some foil and I pressed the parchment paper up against it. So I have the size that I need. But if you have the appropriate size, it's 15 by 10. And I did oil the parchment paper to the bottom, and now we're going to pour in our mixture. My oven is preheating to 375, and we're going to try to level this out as much as we can. Okay, I got just a little offset spatula. I just want to make sure that this is level. Okay guys, this is going into the oven. 375 for about 12 to 15 minutes. Everybody's oven is different, so make sure you check your cake. Okay, I'll be back as soon as this is ready. Okay, the cake is ready, and we're just going to do a toothpick test. And nothing is on the toothpick. So it's ready. It's pretty thin, so it cooks pretty quickly. It took exactly 15 minutes for this cake to cook. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit here for about 5 minutes, just to where I can handle it, and we're gonna transfer it over to a clean tea towel, one of these flour sack towels that we're gonna sprinkle with confectioner sugar. So I'll be back as soon as this is cooled down for about 5 or 10 minutes. Here's the tea towel. I am going to sprinkle some confectioner sugar all the way around. I've already loosened up the cake. Since it's on a parchment, it'll release pretty quick. And then you take it and flip it, and then we'll remove the parchment paper. Just go slowly. There we go. Okay, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more confectioner sugar here. And now we're going to roll it up into the towel while it's still warm. Okay, we're going to let this sit and cool while we prepare the cream cheese layer that goes in the middle. So I'll bring you right back. Okay, now we are going to make the cream cheese filling. This is 1 bar of cream cheese. We have some butter, softened butter. We are going to beat this until smooth. Okay, now we are going to add our vanilla and our maple syrup. That maple syrup really takes it over the top. We're going to start adding in a couple of spoons of our confectioner sugar, powdered sugar. All right, give this a little scrape. And this is ready. We're just waiting for the cake to cool, and I'll be right back. Let's give this a taste. Delicious. Okay, I'll be right back. We are going to open this up gently. Okay. And we are going to spread in the filling. Just keep about a half an inch or a quarter of an inch away from the edge. Okay, now we are going to roll it up without the tea towel. You can use the tea towel for help. And to straighten it up, just peel it off. It sticks a little bit, that's okay. It gets that way from the humidity, but that's okay. I'm going to transfer it over to a serving platter. Okay, now I'm just going to help myself with the spatula here. And I'm going to transfer this over to my serving platter. There we go. And we get rid of all this. Okay, now at this point, we're just going to take a little bit more confectioner sugar and we're going to sprinkle it on top. And that's it. We're going to pop this into the refrigerator, and then before serving, what you want to do is trim off the edges right here just so you can see a clear line. But we need to refrigerate it before we cut it. But doesn't that just look great? Beautiful recipe for Thanksgiving dinner table. Okay guys, this is going into the fridge and I'll be back in a couple of hours. Hey everybody, this is actually the next day. I ended up putting this in the refrigerator and it got kind of late, so I decided to wait till this morning to do this. So this is the result, and what I like to do is trim off the ends so that you have a better presentation for your table. And these stay behind for the cook and the family. There's nothing wrong with them. I just love the way it looks like this. See how you can actually see the filling? Let me turn this around. Look at that. Delicious. And then we just serve it. You know, you can cut it beforehand and keep it on the table like that, or cut it as you need it. And there you go. Look at that. Delicious. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I hope this is a recipe that you decide to give a try. If you like the video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, guys, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell. It's real important for us as creators to send out notifications. Sometimes YouTube doesn't always send you a notice that I have a new video. So if you don't mind, turn on that notification bell and subscribe to the channel if you like our content here. Okay, guys, that is going to conclude the video. Look at that, how pretty that looks. That looks so pretty. And that would look so pretty on your dining room table for Thanksgiving, or on your sideboard, along with the rest of your desserts or other food. I will have the recipe link below. Go take a look there and any items that I used for the recipe. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, where I show sometimes other things that we're doing here in the kitchen. Okay, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.